It's Dr. Amanda with Straightsmile Solutions, straightsmilesolutions.com, and today we're going to talk a little bit more about IPR. I just did a big webinar on IPR with Garrison. Not sure if their archived copy is available. You can contact Garrison Dental CEs and let them know if you're interested. But in any case, I want to talk about discs versus strips versus burrs and even swingles. Those are the four basic ones that are out there. I'll talk about in my hands, my thoughts. Now, if you talk to other orthodontists or go to other lectures, you're going to get all different opinions. I feel like a lot of times they are biased opinions though, because perhaps they're being sponsored by a particular product or system. I am not sponsored by any product or system, so I'll just tell you what works in my hands and what I do when. So let's start with the strips. I'm going to call this strips because they have these like thumb strips, finger and thumb strips versus the long strips. Either way, strips are strips. Of course, you can do the gauged ones that come in different increments, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, or just these ones, you know. I like the strips that actually are open, you know, like they have the, that's a saw, but they have like the little holes, you know, so that the material can pass through faster. That's kind of nice, you know, when you have the diamond strips that do that. But regardless, these ones, these are fit strips. You can pre-curve them, which is nice. So you don't have to finger pinch them in order to do it. So you can go ahead and not round trip. You can start when the teeth are crooked, which is great. Sweep it, you know, both sides, mesial and distal, assuming it's double-sided. If not, you do one and then you flip it and do the other. Pre-curve it according to the contour of the tooth. Works really, really well. This is super, super accurate, painless. It's just time consuming if you have a lot of IPR. Just some other thoughts, you know, in terms of IPR staging and things. Instead of having like 10.2 sites, you can always have, you know, 10 times 0.2 is 0.20. You could always have 4.5 sites. It would be the same thing. And if you do your 4.5 sites on posterior teeth, you might even be able to use a mosquito burr, which is my next suggestion, which is this burr right here. It's a mosquito burr. You can get mosquito burrs from a variety of different vendors. What they really don't have out there, and I tried to create this, trust me, I tried for years. I was like, I have a great idea. Get a gauge system of burrs, you know, for bigger ones, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5. But the burr manufacturer said that you really can't accurately do that and make it that thin. The mosquito burr has a special shape, so they can't make it long. It's pretty short. So it only works when your contacts are pretty high up. So you really have to kind of see where the contact is in the tooth. So if you have like, and definitely not on anterior teeth, this would be like premolars, molars. If you know the contact is on the on the occlusal or incisal 1/3 of the tooth, you might be able to use the mosquito burr. Just keep in mind it tends to reduce more at the coronal and less at the gingival, so you're going to have to still go in with these to finish it. But if you had a bunch of 0.5s and they were posterior, you could theoretically use the mosquito burr and then finish in the strips. It would probably save you some time. So that's another idea. Lastly, I really, really don't like these discs. First of all, they bend very easy. They're very, very expensive. The only time I use these discs is on anterior teeth with black triangles and some perio. Those work that are already pretty straight. It has to be already straight and lined up. So, I mean, how often do we do that? So this is more for like black triangles at the end, then you can use this. These, I've seen some terrible, terrible things happen. Not my patients, but other people's patients where just the ledging was so bad that they had to restore the tooth. It just looked like a freaking tombstone. It looked so stupid. So, I mean, this should only be used sparingly and only in aligned teeth and only in perio black triangle teeth and only anterior teeth. This should only be posterior teeth with high or coronal contacts. And you still have to finish in this, okay? These with the pre-curved you can do on any teeth, anytime. It just is a little more time consuming. And then the fourth option would be something called a swingle. A swingle is a oscillating strip that's on a slow speed. On a slow speed straight nose cone handpiece. I have never used one. It's pretty expensive. I just Googled it today. It's made by a company called the Orthodontic Company, TOC, based in the UK. I did reach out to him to see if I could get a demo unit. Because if you send me a demo unit, I'll make a demo on it, you know, on how to use it and everything like that. I'd be glad to do it. Do I want to spend $1,000? Nah, I'm not spending that because I'm perfectly fine using what tools I have in my toolbox right now. It works for us. It works for our office. We don't feel the need to invest in $1,000 unit, but I told them change my mind. If I can do this crazy accurately and crazy fast and save 30 minutes on each patient, maybe I will change my mind. So that's where I am right now with the 4 different options that are out there: disc, burr, strip, and swingle. And I would love to know your feedback. Again, it's whatever works well in your hands. Thank you.